Communication is the process of transmitting ideas or thoughts from one person to another for the purpose of creating understanding in the thinking of a person receiving the ideas or information. That is nothing but a communication. Communication means what? We're transmitting the ideas from one person to another person. Okay, that is nothing but a communication. In the communication, there are multiple systems of communications are there according to organizational structure. Formal communication, informal communication. Formal communication is nothing but official communication. Informal communication is nothing but a not official, officially recognized, not official communication. And then systems of communication, only there is second type according to the direction of expression: downward supervisor to subordinates, upward subordinates to supervisors, horizontal between the subordinates. According to the way of expression: oral communication or verbal communication, written communication. For example, for oral communication, mobile communication; written communication, letter or document communication. Formal communication means what? Communications are those which are associated with the formal organization structure. They travel through the formal channels. This communication includes order, instructions, decision, extra, etc. of the supervisors. Informal communication. Informal communication is the method by which people carry on their non-programmed activities within the formal boundaries of the system. Such type of communications are very fast, spontaneous, and flexible. Downward communication means what? Communication which flows from supervisor to the subordinates is known as downward communication. Upward communication means what? This is the just the reverse of the downward communication. It flows from the subordinates to the supervisors. Each communication includes reactions and suggestions from workers, their grievances, etc. Horizontal communication means what? When communication takes place between two or more persons who are subordinates of the same persons or those who are working on the same levels of the organization, this communication is known as horizontal communication. Oral or verbal communication means what? In this type of communication, both parties to the process of communication exchange their ideas orally, either face to face or through devices like phone, intercoms, etc. Written communication means what? Written words, graphs, diagrams, pictures are used in the written communication. In the next class, sorry, in the same class, let's discuss about barriers of the communication. When more levels in the organization structure through which an information has to pass, that is the one of the barrier. Long and unstructured channels of communication, heavy workloads at certain level of organization, prestige and superiority complex in the organization, and then sender unable to symbolize the information correctly, receiver ignoring conflicting information, receiver tending to evaluate information from his own angle. These are all the major barriers of communication. And then coordination. Now let's concentrate on coordination. What do you mean with this coordination? Deals with the task of blending efforts in order to ensure the successful attainment of the objective. Coordination means what? Group work, teamwork. That is nothing but we need to blending the efforts of the team in order to accomplish, in order to ensure the successful attainment of the objective. It is accomplished by means of planning, organizing, directing, controlling, staffing. Okay, importance of coordination: unity of diversity, specialization, teamwork, large number of employees, empire building, functional differences, recognizing of goals, communication, interdependency. Unity of diversity means what? Here, there are large number of employees, each with different ideas, views of opinions, and interests. This results into a diversified activity in any organization. Specialization means what? In the modern industrial organization, there is a high degree of specialization. Those specialists are well aware of their tasks and perform their tasks very effectively. They lack the knowledge of job of others and importance of other activities. Means specialization means what? They only concentrate on their tasks, not concentrate on other tasks. Okay, teamwork means what? Coordination help converging the diversified efforts of various groups to achieve the objectives. It promotes a teamwork and avoids the duplication of work. Okay, that is nothing but a teamwork. Large number of employees, large organization employ large number of employees. They have different habits, behavior, and approaches in a particular situation. Empire building refers to the top level management. The line officers expect the cooperation from staff officers, but the line officers are not ready to extend their cooperation to staff officers. That is nothing but empire building. Functional differences. The functions of organization are divided sections wise. Each section performs different jobs. Each department tries to perform its function in isolation from others. Recognition of goals. There are general goals of an organization. In addition, each department has its own goals and individuals also have their own goals. Communication. Coordination ensures the smooth flow of information one direction to another direction. Interdependency. The need of coordination in an organization arises if the interdependency of various units, the greater the interdependency of units, the greater the needs of coordination. Techniques of coordination, effective chain of command or hierarchy, harmonics, rules, policies, and procedures, clearly defined objectives, coordination through liaison officer, effective communication, sound organization, coordination through committees, incentives. Okay, effective chain of command or hierarchy, and in any organization hierarchy or chain of command decides who is responsible to whom. If the line of authority and responsibilities are clearly defined, then the manager can access control over subordinates. Harmonics, rules, policies, and procedures. Rules and regulations, policies, and procedures are used as guidelines for decision making in a consistent manner. Clearly defined objectives. Every organization has its own objectives. The objectives should be clearly defined so that the employees of the organization will understand them well. Coordination through liaison officer. A liaison officer is one who acts like a link between two people or two departments, is like a mediator. Effective communication. Effective communication promotes mutual understanding and cooperation among the people of an organization. Quick and direct communication facilities between understanding and coordination. Sound organizational structure. Sound organizational structure integrates the activities of different units of an organization, resulting in better coordination. Coordination through committees. Committee or participative group decision making is another common coordinating device. This helps in reducing the rigidity of hierarchical structure. Incentive. The term incentives include only monetary incentives. The incentives are increment in pay, bonus, profit sharing, etc. These schemes of incentives promote better spirit and cooperation between employees and workers, between workers and supervisors. Okay, and then next week, let's we concentrate the differences between coordination and cooperation. What do you mean by this coordination? Coordination is nothing but a management function, but cooperation is not a management function. Coordination is an orderly arrangement of group efforts. Cooperation is willing to work or help others. Coordination is obtained officially. Cooperation is volunteer service. Achievement of objectives is directly linked with coordination. There is no direct link between coordination and objective, cooperation and objective. The success of an organization depends on the degree of coordination. Cooperation forms the basis of coordinating. This is nothing but a differences between coordination and cooperation. Okay, the major difference is coordination is nothing but a complete management term. Cooperation is nothing but a service or volunteer term. And then next, let's discuss about controlling, the very easy topic. Control is checking current performance against predetermined standards. We already set sometimes certain standards. We need to control or checking the current performance against already predetermined standards contains in the plans with a view to ensure adequate progress and satisfactory performance. Steps in controlling. There are 3 steps in controlling process: establishing standards, measuring and comparing actual results against standard, taking corrective action. And then here, what do you mean by establishing standards? There are 3 steps in control process, that is establishing standards. The first step in any control process is to establish standard against which results can be measured. Standards are criteria of performance. Standard may be quantitative or qualitative. Standard like cost should be reduced. Communication is to be faster. Measuring and comparing actual results against standard. The second step in control process is to measure the performance and compare it with standards. Taking corrective actions. After comparing the actual performance with the set standard and noticing the deviations, the next important step is to take corrective actions by managers. These are all the points very important in your examination. Okay. This covers you CO2, course outcome 2, that is nothing but discuss the structure of organization, importance of stopping, leadership styles, modes of communication, techniques of coordination, and importance of managerial control in business. These are all the topics are covered in the course outcome 2. Okay, thank you so much.